What's up, YouTube? This is your boy G back in another video. Today I just want to share something, right? I just want to share that the PS2 emulation in an Android is awesome. That's right, PS2 emulation. I'm probably late in the topic already, as usual, adulting, life happens, right? But I actually remember the day that I've been wishing that the PS2 can be emulated flawlessly without any problem. Because I remember last time that I'm into emulation, probably several years already ago. I can only emulate PS1, right? I believe a little bit of PSP, but that's pretty much it. It's even laggy that time. But I'm glad to report that PS2 is actually awesome right now, guys. And I do have a Razer Kishi version 2 here, as you probably seen in my previous video. If you haven't watched that video, I'm going to put that in the description below. So go ahead and visit that. I also review that and unbox. But on this one, we're gonna put this phone. This is a Galaxy S22 Ultra in this Razer Kishi version 2, and I'm going to show you a couple of PS2 games and even some PSP, and show you that they actually run flawless, right? Like, they're really good. I like them. All right, so as you can see, there is a Nexus app again for this Razer Kishi version 2. But yeah, so when you press this up, on the Razer Kishi, it's just gonna launch that app. Now the PS2 emulation or emulator is this, right? It's called Aether, right? Aether SX2. Now I'm sure there's a lot of other PS2 emulator out there, but I kind of like this. It runs flawlessly, and I really love it. But so of course there's also the very popular PPSSPP for PSP, right? Portable. I'm going to show you that as well. And that's pretty much it. I believe you can also emulate a lot of other stuff. But in this video, I'm just going to show you real quick. This is my PS Play, remote play for my PS5. But I'm going to show you real quick that PS2 emulation is great. So I do have a couple of games here. So I believe I do have the Final Fantasy X, one of my favorite games, and the Tales of Abyss. Now let me just wipe that clean first, because my screen is pretty smudgy right now. So we do have Final Fantasy X and Tales of Abyss. When you go to the app settings, it's very customizable, and there's a lot of great options here. So it's awesome because there's a lot of controls on this one. Echo, turn off Cove Light. Okay. Let me just turn off that Cove Light. I hope you can still see that. But yeah, let's go ahead and play some games here. Real quick, go back to Aether. I know what's the name, right? Aether SX2. But let's go back to that, and let's try Tale of Abyss right now. So of course, one very popular is the load state, right? But let's go ahead and try a clean boot here. All right, so if you notice, that's even the nostalgic part of it. So that's the BIOS loading. I just want to show you that it's awesome. It's PlayStation 2. And yeah, so right now it's just trying to load configuration file. Go ahead and save that. All right, I think that's good. All right, now there's a lot of hacks, right? Of course, the resolution is pretty loud. Let me just focus the volume a little bit. But this is Tales of Abyss. I've heard this is one of the best Tales game out there. I haven't played this, so I'm very excited to play this right now. All right, so yeah, I believe I have some save there. Let's go ahead, check memory card. Right, it's just nostalgic, guys. Just like old school, like the old days, right? Man, I can feel my age creeping right now. So let me go ahead and load that up. And yeah, because I love the PS2 back then, PS1, PS2, those are like the great times, like the golden times for the RPG, right? Nowadays, everything is about graphics and benchmarking and all. especially the multiplayer and Fortnite. You know, I have nothing against that those kind of games. It's just that I'm not into it. I'm always into RPG. So I really love that, you know, the idea that you do have this emulator that you can just actually use it. Now, if you notice, it's actually very seamless. So let me try to turn off that echo, turn off the chandelier.
Okay.
But yeah, so as you can notice, it's pretty smooth, right? So right now we're running onto 30 FPS and 100%, right? So that again, the 100% is the one that you're after there. You have to make sure that it's you know, it's always 100%, not dipping or anything. It's gonna go red if it's dipping, but it's pretty good, right? Like, let me go to the battle here. See how seamless that is, right? This is just new game, so I don't have any power yet or anything like that. I played Tales of Arise and I believe Tales of Vesperia on my PS5. But the good thing about this, the graphics, if you notice, the graphics is extremely sharp, right? Let me up my brightness here. I believe it's a bit darker because of my light. But if you notice, it's actually very sharp, right? And with the OLED display of Galaxy S22 Ultra, you're in for a treat. Let me just go ahead. It's nighttime right now. That's why it's kind of dark. But look at that.
Be careful. There's more than one of them this time.
No way.
Looks great, right? Like, it looks awesome, right? I mean, I have it full screen. As you can see, this display is actually bigger than Switch. It's even bigger than, what do you call that? I think this is like kind of like training. It's bigger than Steam Deck. This is like 8-inch, I believe. Use R1 and directional button. Let's try that. Oh, that's targeting. Okay. Yeah. I'm just in the tutorial right now. Look at the sound. The audio is very clean, right? There's no stuttering. It's very good.
Man, that was awesome. Did you see
This is great, guys. This is awesome. Like, again, with Razer Kishi version 2, you're in for a treat. I love it. Let's go to Final Fantasy X here, or Final Fantasy X. Let's load state, I believe. I'm fighting with Auron here. Look at that.
Get out of my
Gorgeous, right?
Some can't wait.
Because of the OLED again of the S22. Where's the overdrive? Alright, so overdrive, Bushido, Auron, I believe will do overdrive. Auron, by the way, is one of my favorite characters. But yeah, this is the Final Fantasy X. It's running 25 FPS. I believe it's intended to run on 25 FPS because it's still 100%, and you can even make it faster, right? So let me do overdrive for Titus. Yeah, pretty good, right? Again, this is Final Fantasy X. Totally playable, full screen, OLED, and really good without any artifacts or whatsoever. Now, let me go ahead and try the PSP games. Of course, there's also PSP, as you know. So, I know this is just PS2 video, but let me just show you real quick how smooth the PSP is as well. So, I do have God of War and Persona 3 Portable, right? So, God of War like that, pretty loud, but as you can see, works great. Alright, so I do have an FPS counter there, as you notice. Very loud though, hold up. You notice it's 60 FPS, right? So if we go there, fight some mobs. Oh, look at that, it's 60 FPS, right? So you can definitely play PSP, you know, PSP games, such as Crisis Core, I believe, and again, that Persona 1. But yeah, pretty fast. Yeah, but guys, that's just yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to share. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome game. I love it. And look at this. Look how fast is that? On the menus on the battle, or on the menus and both in the menu and the battle, they're actually running on 60 FPS. So they're just designed to run in 30 when you're like running, but whenever you're on the menu on battle, it's actually running on 60, which is pretty cool, right? So your status there, you see your character, and really, wow, I'm super excited to play this, spend countless hours again on this game. But yeah, again, that's Aether SX2. So just a quick, share of PS2 emulation on this S22 Ultra using Kishi version 2, right? So Kishi version 2 is really awesome. It's working in a lot of games such as Diablo as well. So if you're interested, you can even make it work on Call of Duty if you like. So yeah, this is the Diablo. Controller is working perfectly on that as well. That's all for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Click the like button if you like this video. Comment down below if you have any questions about this one. I always respond to the questions, to the comments there. But yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and see you on my next one. Peace.